Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy February. I hope you guys are ready for Valentine's Day. I know I am. We're gonna spend it inside and watch movies and have takeout, and I am just so excited. That's then, this is now. So today I wanted to make a video different from some of my previous videos, but also kind of like relevant. I actually had a friend of mine ask me to make a video about, the lighting equipment that I use for my content creation. So I figured, why not expand that and create a video on the top equipment and tools that I use to create my content. When I say create content, I mean my YouTube videos, my Instagram photos and videos, TikTok, any still or video visual content. I'm going to not include the things that I use for blogging, meaning like my written blog content. But if you want to know more about my written blog content or the different apps and tools I use for that, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to make a video on that as well. But today I've got a bunch of equipment lying around me here to let you guys know what I use, where you can get it, and how I use it to help me create the content that I share with you on YouTube, Instagram, blog, so forth. So my biggest piece of equipment, which no doubt none of my content would be possible without, is the camera that I'm using, and I'm actually using it to film right now. It is the Canon EOS 80D camera. I absolutely love it. I use it for both my photos and my video. It has tons of different features on the camera that I didn't previously have with my phone or with some of my other DSLR cameras. I absolutely adore this camera. I was gifted it by my husband a few years ago for my birthday, and I use it all the time. The biggest thing that he says is that he doesn't mind paying money to get me gifts that he considers an investment, because I use these for, creating things for you guys, which in turn brings in a bit of income. So he doesn't mind spending money on things that he considers an investment. So obviously I can't show you the camera right at this moment, but I will add a video clip from my phone right now to talk about it. So here is the Canon EOS 80D camera that I was talking about. I am still filming, as you can see in the viewfinder there. I had to turn my ring light off so that you could actually see the camera. But in any case, I absolutely love this camera. The viewfinder, or not the viewfinder, the screen over there, the LED screen, actually flips out and flips around so that I can see it while I am filming, but also you can just flip it back and use the viewfinder. Either way, I think it works great. Let me try and stand up and show you guys over here. So it has tons of different options here. We've got the different settings or modes for when you are shooting. You can clip a light or mic up here. We've got tons of different options over here, and I love that it has the screen so that I can see my aperture, my shutter speed, my ISO, any other settings that I may be setting. And then on the back here, we've got tons of different settings, the menu, the playback, autofocus, all kinds of stuff. So I'm absolutely in love with this camera. It is the best camera that I've ever had, and I just am so grateful for it. So in addition to the 80D camera, before this camera, I had a Canon T5i. That camera is also amazing. I'm a big Canon camera person. I started out, my first DSLR was a Nikon. Love the Nikon as well, but that camera didn't have video options. So the T5i also has video features. So if you are looking to film video, but aren't looking to spend thousands of dollars on a camera, I believe the T5i, because it is quite a number of years old by now, is a bit on the cheaper side. I will make sure to link all the products, the cameras included, in a blog post, which I will leave a link to down below. But the T5i is also incredible. I got that for a photojournalism course that I took in college, and it helped me so much. The pictures came out on it incredible, the video as well. It also has the autofocus feature, which is so helpful when you are a one-man band filming everything yourself. But in any case, T5i is also great if you are looking to get your first DSLR. I definitely recommend that. So the next piece of equipment that I use next to the camera the most is the ring light. by Newer. I also am using that at this very moment. Granted, I love natural lighting. I think natural lighting is the best lighting when it comes to creating content, but obviously natural lighting is not always feasible or, you know, available to your disposal. So having extra lighting and, you know, professional lighting helps so much. So I use my ring light here. It is around my camera right now. I love this light. It is highly recommended by so many bloggers and content creators that I know. This again was a gift from my husband. He got it off of Amazon. I will leave a link to that in the blog post as well. I use it for basically every piece of content that I create, videos and photos included. Like right now, I have a lot of natural lighting coming in from the window behind the camera, and especially now because it is snowing outside and that just really brightens everything up. But the ring light gives me the extra bit of lighting that I need. Let me show you. If I turn this off, this is what it looks like turned off. As you can see, I still have lighting, but not as much, especially because I'm across the room from the window. So like, I guess this is kind of a bad example of natural lighting because natural lighting really is key. But this just helps so much. I absolutely love it, and I will take another video with my phone to show you what that looks like. So here is the ring light. As you can see, I just put the camera right in the middle of the light, so the light just sits around it, and it works out perfectly because I can shoot right through the light, and it evenly disperses the light on my face or on the subject that I'm shooting. Here it is turned off, and the stand bends, as you can see here, and then it has the stand at the bottom here, but it is also adjustable so that if it needs to go higher, it can go higher. But obviously I'm sitting on the ground. Speaking of ring lights, obviously you're not always going to be shooting on a camera. If you are shooting on your phone or shooting some Instagram stories or shooting on the go, lighting for your phone is also very helpful. I mean, yes, you can use this big ring light, but this, you can't really carry this, you know, outside or somewhere where there isn't a outlet to plug it in, or it's not very travel friendly, should I say. So that is why it is good to get a ring light that you can clip right to your phone like this. And it clips right on, but I actually use this for Zoom calls as well. It is charged a little bit, but you can't really see with this light on. Let's see. And this one actually has 3 different heat settings, or, you know, for a warmer light, cooler light, and then just white light. But I absolutely love this. I use this for both Zoom calls and for Instagram stories or clipping to my phone if I need to. This was actually only like $10 if I remember correctly. Got this off Amazon. It is definitely a good product to have. I know there are tons of different brands out there for little ring lights like this, but I know this was definitely on the cheaper side. And since we're, you know, on a roll with lighting here, next is this LED video lighting from Newer. I have this here. I don't use this very often, but if I'm shooting like a product and I don't want to pull out an entire lighting set, I reach for this just to help me out a little bit. This is actually a very strong light. This is also from Newer. I got this from my husband as a Christmas gift a few years ago. I don't have batteries in it right now because I will admit that it drains batteries quite fast. So when I'm using it, I take the batteries out, but it is here. You turn it on the bottom, and it is a very bright light. It also comes with a filter, so you have a more warm tone light, but you can clip it right to the bottom of, or right to the top of your camera need be. I kind of pulled mine apart when I was putting it away, but it can clip right to the top of your camera. It is very useful if you just need a little bit of extra lighting or a kick of lighting. Sometimes I use this as like a backlight, so if I want to be outlined in a silhouette, I can, you know, stick it right behind me and it will outline, put a little lighting around me. So this last lighting product, I don't have it set up at the moment, but it is this lighting set from Emart. This was also a gift from my husband off Amazon. This actually is super helpful if you are shooting in like a studio setting. Sometimes I shoot headshots for friends or anybody who needs headshots done. So I have this lighting kit that I use. It comes with the bulbs, cords for plugging it in, these stands, and then it has, you know, the what look like umbrellas to reflect and soften your light. So it comes with 2 of the ones with the reflector inside, and then 2 of the white ones to soften the light. As you can see here. I'm not going to set all this up because it is quite time consuming to set all this up to show you guys. However, I will post a picture of the Amazon listing right here so that you can see what it looks like, you know, set up, or what it includes. That way you can get an idea of what you are purchasing should you choose to purchase it. I will say that it is incredibly helpful when I need like a lot of lighting. You know, if I'm shooting content for a brand, I want to go above and beyond with that content. I want that content to look good. So this lighting actually helps a lot in that, because the most important thing when it comes to shooting content is your lighting. Bad lighting can make or break your content. So this set helps so much. This product or tool, piece of equipment, isn't lighting per se, but it helps with your lighting, and that is a reflector. This one is from Newer. I absolutely love this because it does help with reflecting light. So here it is. It's out of the case, but it does expand. Try not to knock myself out here. So it gives you this big reflector here, and it is so simple to use. It is kind of hard to see here, but it reflects light, or it gives you a little extra light if you were shooting maybe like some headshots or something like that, and you are getting shadows in any certain part of the face where you don't want shadows. You just hold this and reflect a bit of light. You can't really tell in the video, or maybe you can. A little bit, but you have to kind of like finagle with it a little bit, and it will reflect some light or give you the extra lighting that you need on your subject's face. So it comes with the silver reflector. We've also got, I'm not going to open it all the way up because again, it is a pain to put back together, but there is gold in here, and then the white for softening light. I feel like I should also mention that I went to college for radio, television, film. So like a lot of this stuff I've accumulated over the years of having to, you know, shoot projects, shoot things for work, because I do have a job outside of this that requires me to shoot, you know, video, stuff like that. But I do use all of this for my blog. I'm creating content for my blog or my YouTube channel or Instagram. So next, if you are wanting to shoot in like a studio setting, but you don't have a studio, as most of us don't, and you are looking for a backdrop or kind of like setting a scene, this backdrop frame is super helpful. This is from Limo Studio, came from Amazon. It is just a frame to, you know, stick a backdrop on. It has the two stands and the bar at the top. Again, I'm not going to set it up right now because this room, I just have a white wall behind me, which suffices for shooting some YouTube content. But I do use this if I'm shooting some Instagram content that I need a different color backdrop for. I actually also use this for projecting movies on, but that's besides the point. But again, since I'm not setting that up, I will put a picture to the Amazon listing right here so that you can see what it looks like. It is super helpful to have something to hold up your backdrop if you don't have anywhere to clip it to or to hang it from. It is just so convenient. It is very adjustable, so you can, you know, make it as big or small as you need it to be. And I have just reached for that so many times, and it has helped me on numerous occasions, so I absolutely love it. Obviously, you can't make much of a backdrop frame if you don't have backdrops. So this one right here is just a plain white cloth backdrop. I have them in white, black, gray, purple, pink. I've got a marble one. My collection of backdrops is growing, but they are so helpful, and it depends on, you know, the kind of shot that I'm going for, that I will reach for different backdrops to see what I can create with it. If you've ever followed me on Instagram or checked out my Instagram account, you can see that a lot of my different photos feature different backdrops. I know I have tons of them with purple and pink backdrops. I actually just posted a purple one recently, and I absolutely love these backdrops because they really just bring to life your pictures, and they are super cheap. And honestly, if you can't afford the backdrops, you can use tablecloths, you can use bed sheets. There are so many different things that you can use that you can hang from these backdrop frames. And that leads me into my next product, because these backdrops, the ones that you purchase that are specifically backdrops for backdrop frames, have a kind of like loop here that you can stick the bar through. However, some of the backdrops that I have don't have that, and if you use like a tablecloth or a bed sheet, they won't have the loop either, obviously. So these clips or the clamps are super helpful. I know know that in college a lot we've used clothespins, but these actually help so much because they hold things very tight. I actually use these when I am using a backdrop. If it has the loop, I will use these on the side of the backdrop frame to kind of stretch the backdrop out to make it tight without any wrinkles in the back. So these are super helpful. And if you don't have a backdrop frame, you can always clip your backdrop to anywhere that you may be able to clip it to, either like a shelf or what have you. These are actually super cheap too, and they come in like a set of like 6 or 7 maybe. I have a bunch of them. I don't even know how many I have, but they are super helpful. So next, if you are doing some product photography and you don't want to pull out an enormous backdrop or backdrop stand or whatever, there are like small backdrops that are sold on Amazon. So this is a set from Pickbacker Magipy. I honestly don't know how to pronounce it, but these have saved me on so many different occasions. If you've ever seen any of my flat lay photos or product photos with just small cosmetics or makeup products, skincare products, whatever, I use these a lot. So this is a set of like 7 or 8 backdrops. Let me see. Yeah, so I got 8 backdrops here, and as you can see, they're all just different like backgrounds. Got like an ombre rainbow. There is this checkered one, some marble, like white wood, some more marble, like a bathroom tile, and then a furry one, which is this one here. I absolutely love this one. That one might be my favorite. But in any case, they're super helpful when you are creating content for just small products that you don't want to pull out an entire backdrop for. They are really great. Additionally, I have gone to stores and bought things like this for backdrops for product photography. This I actually got from Hobby Lobby. It's a placemat, and I only spent, I think, like $3 or $4 on it. This set, if I recall correctly, was like $30 off Amazon, but again, I will link everything in the blog post that is in the description down below. But if you are looking to DIY your backdrops, placemats are great, tablecloths again. There are so many different things that you can get. It's all about texture to me, so I love this, and I haven't gotten to shoot with this just yet, but I know like I have so many ideas in mind for this that I'm really excited to use it for. And lastly, and this last one will look different for everybody depending on your taste and what it is that you're shooting, but that last one is props. So here I've got some big leaves as props. I have a closet over to my right here that is full of, you know, fake flowers, arts and craft like flies, all kinds of things that I use as props. Truly, there is no right or wrong answer to what you are using as props. There is actually an Instagram account that I follow. Her name is Hungry Hipsters on Instagram, and she has a studio that she just got organized by a company that specializes in an organization. They organize all of her props. Like, it is literally amazing. She's got sunglasses. She's like just got anything that you could possibly think of. This girl has. It is absolutely amazing. But in any case, you really can't go wrong with what you are getting as a prop. It all depends on what it is that you are shooting. Obviously, if I'm shooting something in the snow or something about winter or snow, I'm not going to use these leaves. However, if I'm shooting something about the summer, these leaves might be great. Just like, you know, some Christmas ornaments might not be great for a summer post. But in any case, you can really get props from wherever. I've gotten tons of props from the dollar store. These I actually got from IKEA. They were like a couple dollars a piece. Obviously, they were meant to be home decor, but I am using them as photo props. There's just so many different things that you can use as props, and they really just pull your photo together. Using props is so much better than just sitting in front of a white plain background, in my opinion. They just really bring your content to life. So these are my most reached for products, tools, equipment, what have you, that I've reached for when I am creating content, whether that be video for YouTube or photos for Instagram, whatever visual content that I'm creating, these are the things that I use. Obviously, there are a lot of other products or applications or online softwares that I use when it comes to post-production of my content, which if you want me to go through what I use for that, I would be more than happy to in another video. Just let me know. But in any case, all of these products that I showed you will be linked in the blog post, like I said, that I will leave in the description down below. And if you have any questions about any of these products or tips on how to use them, instructions, etc., please let me know. I'd be more than happy to explain what I know for you guys. And if there are any other other videos in this kind of niche that you want to see, please let me know. And if you liked today's video, make sure you hit the red button down below to subscribe to my channel and click the bell next to it to be notified whenever I post. And make sure you follow me on social media at Brie Cutter. And until next time, see you guys.